What would you do if you called the police on a black teen, only to find out his mom is the FBI chief? This shocking encounter proves how quickly things can change when you mess with the wrong family. It was a typical afternoon in a suburban neighborhood. Marcus, a 16-year-old black teenager, was walking down the street near his home, minding his own business. He was heading to a friend's house, his headphones in, when suddenly, a white woman named Karen, who lived down the block, spotted him. She didn't recognize him and immediately assumed he was up to no good. Karen, feeling uncomfortable, decided to call the police, falsely claiming that Marcus was acting suspiciously in the neighborhood. She insisted that the boy was loitering and appeared threatening, even though Marcus was doing nothing but walking casually. Marcus was taken aback by the accusation, but he didn't want to escalate the situation, so he tried to remain calm while Karen waited for the police to arrive. Minutes later, a police car arrived, and Marcus stood silently, unsure of what to expect. But just as the officer was about to approach, a black SUV pulled up, and out stepped a woman in a sharp suit, Marcus's mother, Sarah Jenkins. She was calm, poised, and walked straight toward Karen, who was now visibly shaken. As Sarah, the FBI chief, approached, she addressed the officer. "Is there a problem here?" she asked, her voice firm and authoritative. Karen's face turned pale as she realized who Marcus's mother was. She stammered, trying to explain herself, but Sarah wasn't having it. The officer, realizing the situation was being handled by someone far more powerful than they expected, stood back in silence. Sarah turned to Karen, calmly explaining that falsely accusing someone of a crime could have serious legal consequences. Karen tried to apologize, but it was clear she had already crossed a line. Karen, now utterly speechless, was left with no excuse for her actions. The officer gave her a brief warning about making baseless accusations and left the scene. Sarah, with a composed smile, walked back to her son and reassured him that everything would be fine. Marcus, still in shock, gave his mom a nod of gratitude. Karen, realizing the gravity of the situation, walked back to her house, her head down. Sarah's calm but firm response had defused the situation, teaching a valuable lesson about assumptions and respect for others. In the end, Sarah Jenkins' presence didn't just protect her son, it exposed the unfairness that still exists and showed that one phone call can change everything. This story proves that sometimes, things aren't always what they seem, and you should be careful who you choose to pick a fight with. How would you have handled this situation? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories.